It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Thursday afternoon.
Can you believe it's Thursday already?
I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the comical hour for the last 2 hours.
Two.
We've had some new people that come in from producers and everything. We've been wearing masks.
We got lawnmen knocking on the door. We've got banners being dropped off.
We got people dropping things off, banners, and the guy at the front. He knocks on the door. First he knocks to scare the hell out of me.
I'm glad you were sitting there.
And then he says, "Where's the boss?" So I'm thinking, who are you? So I said, "I'm sorry." And I got a mask on me, so I guess he can't hear me. So he goes, "Who are you?" like 10 times. "Where's the boss?" I said, "I'm the boss. What do you want?" "Who are you?" "I don't know who this guy is." "I'm the lawn man." I said, "I haven't seen you since October."
I know.
I said, "The hedges are out of control. We have to crawl underneath to get into place. What do you think I want?" "You want me to take this out?" I said, "Yeah, take it out. I could do a little now, or I could do the whole thing Saturday. What do you want me to do?"
Whole thing
I
Saturday.
said to him, "Well, what do you think I want you to do?" "I don't know, I'm asking you." This was like happening in Costello.
I know.
Did you hear this?
Yes.
"I want you to come back Saturday. I could take a little out now, or I could come back Saturday." "I heard that. I want you to come back Saturday." And he keeps saying it. "I could take a little now." So finally I said, "Okay, enough. There must be batteries on this thing," and he's on reset. "Come back Saturday."
There you have it. I know.
I hope he comes back Saturday.
It was, I probably would have moved my car and said, "You can do it now," is what I probably would have said.
No, because I didn't think he was really enthused about doing it now.
So we'll see what happens, but it's been really busy. At that point I said, everyone put on your mask, because you just got to put on your mask. We got the new banner from Dignity Memorial, which I'm really excited about. Tonight there is a webinar, 6 p.m. Go to Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. Wayne is actually not presenting. There's someone in Tampa presenting. It is a virtual webinar sharing the pre-planning specifications, some options that you have, plus they're sending free pizza. And here's the flyer right here.
Where's the pizza?
The pizza gets delivered to your home.
Where's the pizza? That's what I told Wayne when he was leaving.
Where's the pizza?
Wayne came in, he dropped off the banner, and he left. So I said, "Hey, you're missing something." He goes, "What?" "The pizza."
But they're delivering pizza. You can have dinner, you can watch the webinar, you can learn about all the options that Dignity has for you in Florida, and actually their options all over the nation. So log into that tonight. They just need you to register so they know where to send the pizza. Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida on social media. You can always contact Wayne Henry at 561-654-9000. They're also a sponsor of our sister show, Fuego. Olga was on yesterday. Wayne was very pleased with that. They're going to be sending us a Dignity Memorial commercial in Spanish.
So hold on a second. If you register for this thing, you get a pizza?
If you register, you get a pizza. I have an idea. We're here late tonight. Why don't we register?
What time is that?
6 o'clock. We don't go until 7:30.
So if we register, we get a pizza?
Yeah. And we can watch it. It might be a nice
pizza
idea.
From where?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. But it might be a nice idea. This way we can actually go through the process. I think we're going to do it. We're going to be here anyway.
We get a pizza.
I'm going to be here anyway. And you get a pizza.
You get a pizza.
I'm actually going to do it.
I feel like the long guy.
You want a pizza?
Well, it's kind of interesting, and just to listen to, I already know what they're going to do. I'm already a client, but you're not.
I am not yet.
So they want to register. They want to make sure they ain't giving out free pizzas for nothing.
Agreed, 100%.
I kind of dig that idea. That's pretty smart. I thought it was if you bought something, you got a pizza.
No, all you have to do is register, because normally they do these incredible presentations at a restaurant. We did one here, and they always have food for people. Well, in lieu of going to a place and having food, they are sending the food to you. I think that is an incredibly gracious offer on Dignity Memorial's part.
Incredible. I like the fact that you have the monitor there and I can look at the camera and look at the TV. And I feel like, get me some popcorn and ready to go.
Even Valerie, one of our new producers, she's been here, what, 2 weeks?
2 days.
She already laughs at me now because she knows my brain is working faster than my feet and my body go, and faster than I can say it. And she just laughs, she chuckles. She goes, my mom says, means there's a lot going on in your head. And they learned me very quickly here.
I know, she says there's a lot going on. It's really funny. Valerie's the only person that I know of all the executive producers and producers we had that I could be in the midst of a conversation with Wayne, Slick, and Kyle. Kyle's his name, that new guy? I could be in a conversation with all three of them about film or whatever we're doing, and she will come over and just put that computer in my face. Is this what you want?
She's right.
I love that. I love it because it's the way to get. She doesn't ask for my attention; she takes my attention.
And then I was vacuuming. You said it was very loud, but there's a lot going on.
There's vacuuming going on. How can you hear production? I got Fuego. Fuego was burning it up today, but I couldn't hear it because with the vacuum.
I know.
I mean, that lady that we did at 9 o'clock.
She was so happy. VAC MD. She said thank you. She said she thanked us. She texted me, thank you for spotlighting small business in our community. And that is exactly why we're here. I'd like to do more with her, maybe put a commercial spot together, put something out, because it's all about marketing.
And she did something out of the box with the film, and then she got your attention. But I was impressed. Now, I can tell you, when people get nervous, they usually have pets. And what was the name of her dog? Sammy?
Sarah.
Sarah? Sarah was in the shot. I got to see Sarah's butt, the whole nine. The dog was in the shot.
Big dog.
Big dog, huge dog. But you can tell when the dog is when she's nervous, because she had the dog there actually with her on the set. But she did a fabulous job.
She did a great job. And I've been wearing the mask all day. I got my makeup all over the mask. So Valerie says, don't you use setting powder? I guess I got to change my setting powder. You know, things that you realize you never knew. But it's washable, which I'm really excited about because it's a great mask. It's a HEPA filter mask. She's giving them out for free. All you have to do is go to VAC, V-A-C-M-D, make a comment. They know how many she's going to make out of these bags. All you have to do is go in and pick them up, or she'll probably even mail them to you.
I'm impressed with the fact that that people come up with different ideas to move different product. And we've been saying it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. You got to be creative. You got to bring it in there. That's very creative with the filter bags.
Isn't it?
Now, did you put one on? Is it difficult to breathe?
No. But you know what I'm finding? And this is bizarre. I think I hold my breath when I wear the mask.
Yeah, I think so too,
I
because
don't
your ears
know why.
turn blue. Well, the kids were saying, Valerie was saying that she hates it because it heats up her face because the monoxide back and forth.
It does mess up my makeup. I had a little eye smudges, but all it's okay for better health. There are too many things in and out of here today, and everyone is separate spaces, but at one point I said I just got to put it on. Slick had his show today, Slick Speaks. He spoke with your CBD
look at
store.
Slick. I love this kid. I love him. He puts the mask on his chin. That's really nice to put the mask on your chin instead of putting the mask over your face. There you go. Your chin loves you. Slick, Slick, Slick.
He interviewed Asa Hasman from your CBD store.
Put your mask on your face.
They talked about
There you
buying
go.
2 bags of edibles. You get one free. Also 35% off your second
He doesn't
item.
know what I'm talking about him.
If you buy one, you get the second one 35% off.
The second one.
Your CBD store. If you buy one, you get the second one 35% off. If you buy 2 bags of edibles, you get the third bag free. All you have to do is call your CBD store. There are 4 locations in South Florida to serve you: Boca, Boynton, Pembroke Pines, and Singer Island. Slick, you got that? Correct. Boca, Boynton, Pembroke Pines, and Singer Island. Give them a call. Free delivery, free consultation, also a discount for pet CBD, for pets that have anxiety, like your pet that's shedding,
I'm
like my
beginning to have
daughter's dog
anxiety.
that is hiding under my bed.
Can I get anxiety stuff for pets for me?
You can get anxiety products for you. Buy one, get the second one 35% off. Contact your CBD store. Tell them the Brooklyn Cafe Show sent you. We're going to post their link also. There are 4 of them. Check that out as well. Log in and register for Wayne and the Dignity Memorial webinar tonight. Get your free pizza. Go to Dignity Memorial, Southeast Florida. You can get more information on their website. You can also contact Wayne at 561-654-9494. 9,000. Let's take a quick commercial break. I want to introduce the Farrell Law Firm.
I wanted to tell you something.
Yes.
I think I like Slick, who's like, he's Mr. Peanut Butter. Smooth, you know? And then you have the kid from your CBD store.
Asa.
Asa is like super intense.
Yes.
And the two of them sort of counterbalance each other. They balance, you know? He'll say one thing, Slick delivers. He'll say one thing, he does it at this level. Slick. I mean, I kind of like that whole positioning thing there. Maybe we talk about doing a little bit something special when we get back, and you're gonna be doing it from there. I kind of like the vibe. The only thing I didn't like about that show is the hat he's wearing. That Miami Marlins hat. I'm gonna tell you what I told Dylan. Don't you ever wear a Patriots hat. Don't you ever wear a Miami Dolphins hat on my set. It will get burned.
You're hilarious. Did you hear a word I just said?
No.
I didn't think so. Let's go to commercial break. Let's thank the Farrell Law Firm.
Yes.
They are now not repositioning, but focusing on crisis management, foreclosures, restructuring, how to have the conversations. Jay Farrow, Janine Davis. They're also the host of the Momentum Mindset Show on Friday at 6 o'clock p.m. with us with Amp Media Productions and WWNN. So let's give a quick shout out to them on commercial break. When we come back, we've got Jay and Janine joining us.
Yes, because they have changed for what the community needs. Community, this is the month, I told you.
They're going
this
legal.
This is the month that we're gonna need help more than ever before, because people just, you see the way people are fighting with one another on the beach over a bar of sand? I want that sand. Well, why can't you take this sand? I want that sand. You can't even negotiate sand. You're gonna need Jay to negotiate for you.
Jay Farrow, Janine Davis of the Farrow Law Firm joining us in just a few. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
The way you live your life says a lot about you. The way you choose to commemorate your lifetime can say even more. It's a single event that speaks volumes. So how do you celebrate a life? Dignity Memorial providers believe that your memorial service should be as unique as you are, reflecting your personality and your passions. It should be a perfectly tailored send-off, a fitting tribute for family and friends to celebrate the person they love. We're professionals at catering to your every need, right down to the catering. In fact, no detail is too small. So when it comes time for a fitting tribute, we'll see that your final wishes are beautifully fulfilled. It's what Dignity Memorial providers are known for. And why you should rely on us to see that your life is well celebrated. The celebration of a lifetime begins here.
There is nothing business about getting defrauded. It is always personal. Did you know that there are special laws that allow victims of personal and business crime the ability to prosecute and collect money damages in court? These laws can triple the amount of damages you may be entitled to. Farrow Law Firm is a boutique firm that prosecutes business crimes in civil courts. At Farrow Law Firm, we support people to stand up to the bullies using unorthodox methods of legal practice, which focuses on urgency and the relentless obsession for justice. If you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give us a call today for a free confidential consultation. Farrow Law Firm, 954-252-9818. Again, if you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give Farrow Law Firm a call at 252-9818.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Just clean it up, and we're back. Just clean it up.
I can't breathe.
You know, I mean, I have people that are doing things.
And you blame
Just
me.
I don't have enough time in the day.
I can't even believe what time it is already. You've been here since 7:30 this morning, so.
I'm gonna tell you something. I am really, really excited. You know, there are people out there telling me that they're throwing me a bone and helping me because they wanna shrink, and they think they're gonna be helping me. That ain't helping me. You are not helping me or the community. You wanna help me. You wanna grow. So I am gonna expand. I have a new idea for you, and I asked you this morning. You didn't even answer me. There are people and things right now that we should be really, really grateful for.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a pin to prove that.
Oh, yes.
And we're gonna move in that, and you're gonna have something where you're gonna ISO yourself, and you're gonna stand there, and you're gonna have the theme of the day, whatever it may be, whatever you want to do. It could be once, twice, 3 times a week. It doesn't matter. And watch this thing come out. Watch what's gonna happen with this, because we are in the expansion business. We're not in the shrink business. And this next couple that we're going to be talking to, they are expanding and making things happen as well.
Actually, totally pivoting and focusing. I'm really excited that we've got Jay Farrow and Janine Davis joining us of the Farrow Law Firm and the Momentum Mindset Show. We've been working with them for a year and a half, guys?
Yeah, just about.
Unbelievable. I'm so glad you're joining us. How are you doing?
Glad to be here. We're really excited to be here. And as you were talking about ahead of the commercial, kind of doing our best to pivot, taking the Momentum Mindset Show goes legal. It's kind of the marriage between the two occupations, right? And the two sort of identities, the law identity and the personal development, and really shifting into what do people need right now?
And there's no one really that does it better. Your show, the Momentum Mindset Show, has a tremendous following. Through all this time, people get to hear your highs, your lows, your pitfalls, what's going on in your mind. And now you take all of that following and your authenticity and say, you know what, this is what people need to hear right now. This is what the community is looking for. Crisis management, restructuring, refocusing. There is no one better than you guys about having the conversation. And every time I have that difficult conversation in my mind, the ones that give you those stomach aches, I think, what would Jay and Janine say? And they go, you have to have those conversations. And you go, oh my God, but you're right, you have to.
Right. Yeah.
So Jay, let's talk about how and what the Farrow Law Firm is doing at this time to help people.
Well, we're just responding to the tremendous amount of questions that we're receiving about what happens next in my life. Those questions relate to how am I going to pay my mortgage, and what happens if I don't? Can my landlord evict me right now? And what's now surfacing, now we're 2 months into this, is we're getting a lot of questions and phone calls about my employer is not paying commissions. They're paying my wages, but they're not paying commissions, or they're not paying the full amount of my commissions. And there's a lot of commission-related businesses that are out there, and it seems to me that at the latest that some employers are choosing to cut inappropriately is the commissions that they're paying their employees. I mean, when you're in a commission business, whether that be in a retail commission business, or some of our clients worked at insurance agencies, some of our clients had worked for say merchant service companies, and a lot of the money that they were supposed to make is in form of commissions, and they're not getting paid the full commissions, and the money that would otherwise be paid to our clients is going to the employer's pockets to pay the employer's mortgages. So there's a litany of things that are developing right now, but we found a need in the trenches, on the ground floor, what happens next in my life when I need to survive. How can I negotiate or renegotiate terms of contracts, being my mortgage contract, my commercial lease, my home's lease. And there's answers for everything. I mean, we happen to have been in the business of foreclosure defense for over 10 years now. Part of my practice over the last 10 years, a majority of it at one time was just that, foreclosure defense. And what most people don't realize is that just because you don't pay your mortgage doesn't mean you're going to be out in the street anytime soon. That there are ways to negotiate with your mortgage company. There's ways to stay in your home even if you haven't paid your mortgage, because believe it or not paying your mortgage is only one component of a mortgage foreclosure. So there are answers out there, and what we found that there's certainly a need out there. We shifted our personal development radio show to focus on the questions that we're receiving from our community about what's next for them and what we like to call crisis management, because let's face it, this is a great crisis, this is chaos. And now it's starting to really trickle down to the people that on the ground floor, because the people that are of means, the owners of corporations, the employers, or some partners with the money are deciding, hey, I'm going to take care of mine before I take care of yours. And that's not what the way the law is.
Gene, what are some of the, I guess in a list, 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, number 1 of the phone calls that you're getting, what's the top couple that people are saying, oh my gosh, I need help? Because there's so much, right? A month or so ago, we were talking, we have to do PPP, we have to fill out the EIDL, we have to pay our mortgage, we can't do, and like next thing you knew, there were 25,000 things being thrown at you. So I feel like maybe people have applied for some of these, at least they breathe that they've applied, and now what's next?
The number one question that we're getting, the phone call that we're getting most is, it relates to debt, and most particularly with a mortgage. And there's nothing more traumatic, I would say, to go through than a mortgage foreclosure. If you're used to paying your mortgage, because your spouse, your children, you live in the house, they go to the same schools. It's like now and we all knew this was coming. I mean, everybody talked about we're one paycheck away from being in crisis, and now we're multiple paychecks away from becoming normal again, and people are in a spot where there's 2 to 3 months where they couldn't pay their mortgage. So the questions that we're receiving relates to mortgages and what happens, what's the process of a mortgage foreclosure. And luckily, some mortgages out there are eligible for what's called forbearance, but it's not automatic. So if you don't pay your mortgage, you don't enter into an agreement with your lender, you're not going to be in a forbearance, which means that your monthly payment is actually due.
Correct, and that applies, and we spoke a little bit about this on Friday, but it also applies to your car payments and things like that. So we're getting a lot of questions regarding how do I handle my payments moving forward? Do I automatically qualify for forbearance? Jay just spoke into that. Not necessarily. You've got to actually make the phone call. The same with your car payment. Are you eligible for a deferral? Well, you've got to pick up the phone and call them to figure that out. So
it reminds me of, because we've been producing a show for a while now. It reminds me of with Jay when we had get mentally stable. Mental mindset sort of stabilize your mind. But there are instances now where people have to be careful because, like my car payment, they tell me, okay, we're going to push off your car payment for 3 months, and then there's going to be a balloon at the end of this thing. There are people making bad deals to make a deal. People in the rent business, they say, okay, don't pay my rent this month, and don't pay it next month, but I want a balloon payment in 3 months. So you went from paying $1,000 to $4,000. If I can't buy a milkshake for 59 cents, or I'm standing on a food line, where the hell am I going to get 4 large in 3 months? So what's happening here is that people are negotiating out of desperation a bad deal. And now let's get the anger involved, because I'm asking you to stay home just to save some lives. Now we're going to get teed off. And I was serious. People are fighting for sand on the beach. I want to stand here. Well, why can't you stand over there? Because I don't want to stand over there. I want to stand. They're in fighting mode. So you're going to make a bad situation worse. And this is what I said to you guys. I'm glad you're going to make a pivot, because people have to call. And they got to, in Spanish, it's desahogarse, which means you got to get it out. And people need somebody to talk to get it out, to get it going. And you guys step in, reasonable people to talk to reasonable language, because you understand what the other side is asking for. That's why I think this time, at this stage of the game, is when it's needed.
And we come from the been there, done that perspective. I mean, I went through a foreclosure back in 2008. My mortgage payment and my interest rate went up. My mortgage rate went up 3.5% overnight. My property value went down 40%. If everybody remembers the crisis of 2008, well, I found myself buying a home in a market, and I bought it at the top of the market.
Right.
Top of the market, and I had to make a decision. What is the present value of my credit? And if the present value of my credit wasn't $200,000, which is what basically the difference was going to be upside down in the way that the market was shifting as far as my property value was concerned, I made a choice. At the same time, I started researching the issue. I became obsessed with learning about foreclosure. And at the time, I learned about all kinds of things about mortgage-backed securities and how transfers of mortgages could affect ownership of the mortgage. And I became obsessed with thought that it's not as simple as non-payment of a mortgage is the question of who you're paying your mortgage to. And believe it or not, the same questions are being asked today. Because if you're starting to dig into actually who owns your mortgage, you'll be surprised that the person that sends you the mortgage statement is not your bank. Most likely that's the servicer of your mortgage. And so that presents all kinds of issues. And I'll say it's a good point, Freddie, that you bring up that people are making some bad deals out there with their landlords with these balloon payments. But here's the thing about your landlord. They're going through the same thing that you are, because if they evict you, they got to find somebody else to take that spot. And that's not going to be that easy come 3 or 4 months from now, because if no one's got a job or people are out of work and it's the same conditions, it trickles down to them. It might be a short-term fix for them, and in desperation, landlords are making bad deals, because there's two sides to all of this. Now, we haven't gotten any phone calls from landlords yet, but I would suggest to all the landlords out there, now's the time to make some deals that your renters can afford to make, and make it in such that when something happens at the end of the deferment, that it's possible to actually pay the mortgage or the rent. And the mortgage deferments or forbearances, you got to be very, very careful with those, because it could be that there is a balloon or the money is attached at the end of your mortgage, so you may not realize until you get out of your mortgage and you think it's all paid off 25 years from now that you deferred something that you're going to have to pay a balloon on, and that might stick you or your children with some debt that you don't realize is actually there. And you better read those forbearances very, very carefully, because listen, the banks are not your friends. They're there in the business to make money. Crises can create conditions to make money for the people that have money. Make no mistake about it. So if you're going to make some deals right now, sometimes there's something called, I coined the term strategic foreclosure. To go through a foreclosure proceeding for a couple of years and then modify a loan after a couple of years, it's a possibility, and it could save your home. It could save your family to the extent that you're able to feed them. You're in crisis mode. Yesterday doesn't exist anymore. You're creating the conditions to survive today, and then look for the possibility in today to find a future that you want to live in. So there are opportunities out there, but you got it. Our advice is any lawyer, out there, make sure that they have the right credentials to be speaking into what they're speaking into. But it's good to have some support legally, to have some questions answered. And we answer questions all the time. We have our phone lines open. We answer things sometimes at 8, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And some people call us
One of the
and
things
panic,
too,
and we're blessed to have the information to support them.
absolutely. And additionally, when we cannot be of service, let's say it's not our niche, right? It's a very specific question to a very nuanced thing, let's say regarding labor law. Well, we're always going to support people in, either a recommendation if we can, or referring them to the Florida bar. So you'll always get someone I will get back to you. If it's not Jay, I will get back to you. And I will always do my best to support you if you're not the attorney to answer your specific question. But we are open and fielding questions all day long. And it is a time to get that support. A lot of people sign, like you were saying, Freddie, they're making a deal just to make a deal out of desperation, but they're not understanding what they're signing. It's worth it to have a professional look over the paperwork to make sure that it's in your best interest. Just because you're getting it off your back doesn't mean that it's not going to come back to bite you later on. And that's really what we're talking about here as well. It's time to, yes, make deals, but also make deals that are good for you. It is a time that we can win. You can leverage your business relationships to give you the breathing room to get yourself back centered and back on your feet.
It's about having the conversation. But a good point. Let me ask you, what if you're making a verbal deal? Is it necessary to put it on paper if you're having a conversation with a one-on-one landlord? It's not a corporate landlord. And he says, it's all right, I'm good with this, and I'm good with this. I'm asking you a question, you're attorneys, one attorney, right? You're going to say, yes, put it on paper. Janine may say no.
Always get something in writing, but the best way to memorialize the conversation is a text message or an email, even if you don't get something signed, because that would support you going forward. And it's as simple as, you agree to not take off $1,000 off my rent, or you know, but certainly when it comes to your mortgage company, it's got to be in writing. Any modification of your mortgage, forbearance or otherwise, should be in writing. Now, there are ways that you can call up and ask for forbearance, that's for sure, but there are any long-term modification of your mortgage is going to require some type of writing. So,
and what about businesses?
There's a lot of people out there making those handshake deals, and with the wink and a nod. And that's just to my point. Some employers are coming back saying, "Listen, I can't pay you so much this week, but I'll pay you next week." And employers need to be careful too. It's not we represent all sides to all of these questions. So for employers, now is not the time to start making some bad deals with your employees. If you can run your afoul of labor laws, wage laws, and those things have teeth. I mean, if you're not paying the wages that you agreed to pay, if you're shorting your employee, it can be an automatic lawsuit, and the attorney's fees can be very, very costly. You can make a $2,000 mistake and it costs you $20,000 in legal fees. So employers, I mean, that's why everybody. It's not. Sometimes people make the landlords out to be the bad guys. Well, they're also in a position of some of that's their business. That's what's putting food on their table. I see people with signs on their cars, rent free and all these other things. And it sounds good because we all like to be on the side of the little guy. At the same time, sometimes the little guy is just the person that owns a house or two or a duplex that's making a couple $100s a month. And when they don't have that, they can't pay their car payment or their mortgage payment. So we're so interconnected that if you think that you're going to one up on somebody by breaking an agreement or by not paying commissions, it's going to come back. All of this is circular right now. So the best thing to do is to operate in integrity. If you're the person renting the property, call your landlord. Be proactive and say, look, this is my situation. This is what I can afford to pay, and this is how I'm willing to work things out with you over the course of the next year or so. The longer you don't make that conversation, the longer the problem is going to appear at some point. The same thing with your mortgage. Call your mortgage company. That's the first thing you can do, is call them and see what they're offering. Don't make a decision, but see what they're offering.
And
Right.
you're
But
there to
there's
help.
Call your car company.
But
There-
and we're going to go to commercial break, but when we come back, I want to really focus on how the Farrell Law Firm, how both of you can help people, because we can sit and make phone calls, but why would somebody call you? What's the next level of help that you give? And perhaps maybe you can't save your business. Maybe you actually need to look at filing bankruptcy and some of those options as well, because not every business is going to be able to sustain itself or survive, or not every individual. Some may have to file bankruptcy, right? We can't. It's not always a rainbow at the other end with putting some of these conversations off. So let's go to commercial break, and as you say, we'll see you on the other side. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Thanks.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
There is nothing business about getting defrauded. It is always personal. Did you know that there are special laws that allow victims of personal and business crime the ability to prosecute and collect money damages in court? These laws can triple the amount of damages you may be entitled to. Farrell Law Firm is a boutique firm that prosecutes business crimes in civil courts. At Farrell Law Firm, we support people to stand up to the bullies using unorthodox methods of legal practice, which focuses on urgency and the relentless obsession for justice. If you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give us a call today for a free confidential consultation. Farrell Law Firm, 954-252-9818. Again, if you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give Farrell Law Firm a call at 954-252-9818.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen. It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
It's good. And we're back.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. It's hard to believe it's Thursday already.
Why? Yesterday was Wednesday.
But the weeks go so fast. When you think about how long this has been going on,
I don't think it goes so fast at all. I feel like I've been in a cage for like 30 years. I got no baseball. I got no football. I got no hockey. I got nothing.
you got a lot. You got your health. We have an amazing space. You have your house. You have your car. You have a viable business. You got more than a lot of people have. So
that
be thankful, my
translates to
friend.
me, you work and you work and you work some more. I don't think that that's so much fun.
No, I think we should be full of gratitude. We've got Jay Farrow and Janine Davis joining us with the Farrow Law Firm. Momentum Mindset always talks about what we're grateful for, what's on the other side, and how we get through the process. And there is no one better at crisis management. This is so Jay. If you could think of someone who loves to
So
go
Jay,
right into conflict
what is that, a t-shirt?
and
So
resolve
Jay?
it. Oh, you know what, Jay? This is going to be your new t-shirt. So Jay.
T's for humanity. So Jay.
We have a shirt coming out for one of our producers that says, no mask, no shoes, no shirt, no service. The Brooklyn Cafe. Yours is going to say, so Jay, crisis management. Because you always talk about those that run into the flame. Jay, you guys run into the flame, you figure it out, and you come out smiling. But at the time, you're like, that's why I love the flyer that Gina made with Jay jumping up and down. So Jay. Look, he loves it. Like, what is it about crisis management that you love?
You're making him red.
It's so funny.
You're turning into a tomato.
A tomato.
You gotta make.
Love it.
You gotta add some humor to all of this. I mean, and maybe that helps is to laugh a little bit of this off. It's everybody's talking about this new normal now. Well, the new normal is to ask questions and renegotiate your life.
Yes.
And sometimes, okay, I just give you a perfect example. I renegotiated my car insurance 2 days ago, and I took $300 off my car insurance per month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just by making a phone call.
Are they renegotiating the amounts versus coverage, or are you just taking things out?
No, I based, because I'm not driving anymore. I downgraded my insurance to pleasure driving, which is less than a certain amount of miles per week, which is exactly what I'm doing. And I don't plan on changing for the next several months. Also, the insurance company that I'm with is offered a 20% discount anyway, but I think that you need to call in to claim it.
Wow.
I mean, there's little things out there like that. But you got to take advantage of it. And I didn't even know about it until I called in. So there's little things like upgrading your address. There's a number of different things you can do to work with your insurance agent to knock a few dollars off your insurance bill. In my case, it happens to be a lot.
And what if people can't, Jay, what if people can't salvage their business? What if they can't salvage their personal bank accounts? That ultimately, you have a balloon payment of $4,000 at the end of the month. You've got credit card bills that are mounting. Whatever it is, you just can't get out from under. And people may be looking at bankruptcy. They may be looking at some other options. Can you help them with this as well, both of you?
I can support them in finding somebody for their need. Bankruptcy. Yes. I practiced bankruptcy in the beginning of my career. I worked in Chapter 11s, Chapter 7s, and Chapter 13s. I represented creditors. I represented panel Chapter 7 trustees as an arm of the bankruptcy court, and debtors in 13s. Bankruptcy is a fantastic creation of this country to the extent that it exists here. There are no debtors' prisons. Bankruptcy is a powerful, powerful tool. I would say, though, it's a tool of last resort, because you can do a lot more outside the bankruptcy than you can inside the bankruptcy. As soon as you press that button, the trustee really makes all of the decisions, because they own everything that you own, including, and most people don't know this. Let's say that you got into a car accident 2 years ago and you're waiting on a settlement, but you have a debt coming up that's aching at you, and you press the bankruptcy button. Well, the trustee now owns those claims for your car accident. So there's a lot that you need to know about bankruptcy before you press that button. And while you may think that there are balloon payments and things are coming at you, and that there's nothing you can do but press the button, I would suggest that before you do that, really take a look at what you really have on your plate and try the negotiations. And I would recommend at that point, call us, because we can certainly engage that activity of calling all of your creditors, calling your landlord, we can call anybody that you could call and likely get a little bit further than you can, because knowing the ropes about how to renegotiate supports getting something done. So I believe in bankruptcy. I don't want you to get me wrong. I mean, it certainly is something that at the last resort to get someone a fresh start. Lots of times that someone behind in their house will find some relief in the Chapter 13 because it was created by Congress with the thought in mind of saving your personal home. So there are advantages to it, but before you press the button, because it has such a negative impact on your life going forward, forget about the last 7 years. People are going to ask you about whether you went into bankruptcy for the rest of your life. So, there are a lot of myths out there about bankruptcy. There's a lot of misinformation, but the key is get information before you actually do it. And I would recommend we don't practice in bankruptcy it's not part of our practice area. I can go into bankruptcy court and file whatever I need to file if I was representing somebody in a bankruptcy right now, but I wouldn't do that necessarily before I consult with the individual about what's available outside, given that the current environment supports out-of-the-box resolution that wasn't available 3 months ago. Just like
Absolutely.
With insurance companies. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, just to add to that, I think the benefit of calling us or another attorney is that if you do find yourself in dire straits, because we don't have the emotional attachment to the spiral of life, you have that movie playing in your head. The firm doesn't. So we can see things and perhaps advise you in ways that could resolve certain things that you couldn't see before. And this is where leveraging the professional consultation and leveraging the professional relationship is so beneficial to people who find themselves in dire straits. Look, we cannot help everybody necessarily, and they're going to have to go through their process, but we can certainly illuminate things that they may not have counted on or seen or even knew about. And so that's really one of the ways in which we can help people also, because we tend to drown in our own cups of water and see only blackness. But we have the ability and the tools to see it in a different light.
That's
so this
true.
is another thing that
with a fresh pair of eyes, a fresh perspective.
Yeah, yes, and from professional experience, right? So it's not a Pollyanna thing necessarily, but it's certainly a different way of looking at the situation than the person in it has a different ability.
Now, I also want to bring up the point, because I noticed that on Fuego, the Latin community that we do here, the Spanish community, you guys also speak Spanish to the Spanish community, correct?
I do, yes.
And I understand,
and so
a little birdie told me you're going to be interviewing on the show.
What we're going to do is translate it with Jay. What she's going to do is she's going to translate for Jay just like this, so Jay can answer and Janine will translate it.
So English
because
to
Jay is the attorney, so Janine doesn't want to misrepresent.
Correct. But and they were talking about it today, and we got to set up the phone line in there, because now people are beginning to write in. Among the Hispanic community, they don't feel represented because, number one, a lot of people don't speak English well. And they have the same problems as everybody else.
Sure.
And they don't have anybody to turn to. And there's even more delicate situations with people that have come over to the country, they don't have papers.
Some immigration issues, yeah.
Immigration issues, and you also have, they're out of work, they don't qualify for unemployment. I mean, who does nowadays? And there's a lot of gray area as to what they can and cannot do, but they don't have anybody to talk to. Right. It's what we're finding out on the other side. And I'm glad that you guys are going to go on the show. We're looking forward to that. We're running your commercial and everything else on there because it's needed. It's what the community needs right now.
Maybe Janine can even put it together for us in Spanish.
I'd be happy to support in any way I can. And we do have predominantly Spanish speaking, or I also speak Portuguese, so we have Brazilian clients as well. Listen, everybody needs a voice and advocate, and language should not be the barrier, right? So we certainly support people who speak a multitude of languages. So everybody, we are in this together. And I think that Jay said this earlier, which is that one of the things that this pandemic has really shone a huge spotlight on is how interconnected we really are. I mean, I've known this for some time, but now we're saying, well, if this one doesn't get paid, then they can't pay this one, then they can't pay this one, and then it's that domino effect, right? So it's not that any of us are impervious to anything. We really are in this together, and it's going to take all of us to figure out how we support each other through this crisis. And certainly the law is a very powerful tool to do that, because as we've found out, we're extremely adaptable. The law itself is extremely adaptable. You have telephonic hearings, you've got remote mediations, you've got virtual depositions. Things are still taking. And so we've spoken about this before as well. Also, to sort of tell people, like, just because things have slowed down doesn't mean that if you are trying to ditch something and not operate on the down low, if you're trying to operate on the down low, they're going to find you. Process servers are still serving. So it's a good time to sort of really, get the counsel that you need to stand up for yourself in a way that supports you wholeheartedly.
What is the phone number for Farrow Law Firm?
It is 954-252-9818. And you can also reach us on the web at www.farrowlawfirm.com. And usually I am the voice that answers. So I look forward to hearing from anybody. And we are here really in the service of people. That's what we'd like to do.
You guys are amazing. Tune in tomorrow night, the Momentum Mindset Show, Going Legal, 6 o'clock on the Momentum Mindset Show social media and on WWNN and your iHeartRadio app, 1470 AM. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe.
You guys are the best.
Thanks for having us.
Next week, we'll do another update and see what's happening on the trending front.
For sure.
Jay Farrow, Janine Davis, you guys stay safe. We love you. We miss you.
Thank you. We miss you too.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I love them.
I know. Mom says, your mother says, the piano is ready. So, they sing together.
I know.
They are spectacular. We could do legal or we could do a concert.
All right. Jay can play.
Oh my
Janine
God.
can sing.
Oh, yes.
Right over there. We do have an empty corner, I think.
No, the piano is going to go. I already have the place right
Where?
there. Right there.
I agree.
What?
I agree.
Yeah. And I'm going to have a speaker and everything. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
You talk to my mom a whole lot.
She tells me I have a piano. She says, I have a piano. I said, okay.
The Farrow Law Firm, you can contact them at 954-252-9818. Jay Farrow, Janine Davis, they are here to help you with crisis management. They do so many great things in our community, and they are always those voices in my head saying, have those conversations. They have been working with us for a year and a half. Yeah, you wanted the voices in my head? One's yours, one's Janine's, one's Jay.
I heard your
one's my
name
dad.
is Sybil.
It might be.
Remember Sybil?
There's voices in your head. You have like on the other side, I've got many voices in my head.
Hilarious.
But truly, Jay and Janine are spectacular at what they do. Tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on the Momentum Mindset Show as they go legal. They talk community needs, and please reach out to them. You can find them at Farrow Law Firm, Farrow, lawfirm.com, or give them a call, 954-252-9818. When we come back, we're honoring Teacher Appreciation Week. We've got the Community Classroom Project, Ted Hutchinson with Roots and Wings, and maybe Allie Kaufman with Space of Mind. Unfortunately, this COVID-19 is wreaking havoc on her body. I think she's on day 42, and she told me her fever is soaring again. So I'm not sure if she's going to be joining us, but we will have Ted and Blake.
Wow.
I know. It does exist, Allie. We're sending you love. Hopefully we're going to see you in a few minutes. We're going to go to commercial break. Give us a call, 866-224-5422, or write in, see how we can help you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's A-M-P, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff, your branding specialist with Promo Stuff For You. So we're entering the new year. By now everybody has gotten their corporate gift, so this time of year generally is quiet with the exception of marketing departments trying to figure out what they're going to do for 2020. So it's really important that a company figures out and does proper planning throughout the year as to what type of marketing they want to do. At Promo Stuff For You, I love being able to sit down with a client and figuring exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, and time it with the various events that they might have coming up.
There is nothing business about getting defrauded. It is always personal. Did you know that there are special laws that allow victims of personal and business crime the ability to prosecute and collect money damages in court? These laws can triple the amount of damages you may be entitled to. Farrow Law Firm is a boutique firm that prosecutes business crimes in civil courts. At Farrow Law Firm, we support people to stand up to the bullies using unorthodox methods of legal practice, which focuses on urgency and the relentless obsession for justice. If you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give us a call today for a free confidential consultation. Farrow Law Firm, 954-252-9818. Again, if you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give Farrow Law Firm a call at 954-252-9818.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Ding, 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 ding.
I can tell you, how many things are you going to throw at me today?
Do you know the funny thing is, it's only 1 o'clock. We've got another 7 hours left minimum here tonight. You going to ask me why?
Yeah,
Because
why?
what show do we have tonight at 7:30?
I have no idea.
The 2-minute warning.
What else?
I don't know. What are we playing at 7?
I don't know.
I have an idea.
I have an idea.
I have two. We'll have to figure out which one that is. But tonight at 7:30, we've got the May edition of the 2-minute warning with Benny Blades, and former NFL star. And tonight he will be having Aronde Gaston and Daryl Porter joining him on set, probably talking some more stories moving into all kinds of sports. But right now we're focusing on the NFL, what the draft picks were. You got a lot of information from Dana this morning on what they're going to talk about.
Yes. Well, they have their own agenda. I gave them mine, which has nothing to do with theirs, but that's cool. I have a meeting today at 5:30 with the WWE.
Oh, very nice.
To see if we're going to bring that show. I'm thinking of, because they taped the show, I may put that on tonight.
We've got some options with Joy Franklin and Angel was her name.
Angel, who actually worked and trained with China. For those of you with the WWF background, China was the female superstar.
What does WWE stand for?
It's
Women's Wrestling?
It's
Entertainment?
No.
What does it stand for?
I don't know. It just went from F to E.
No.
Yeah, it was a whole political thing that went
Teddy,
down.
what does WWF and WWE stand for?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking a W in the women's has to stand for women's. What maybe is worldwide wrestling, and then it's women's
That's
wrestling?
the WWW.
I don't know what it stands for. We're going to get our fact checkers to find out what it is.
But anyway, WWE, we got a former athlete that was with China, who was the biggest until she died. She was the biggest in the female industry when I used to watch wrestling, because I used to watch it too.
My brother and sister used to also, and my brother one day took my sister and thought he would practice. We were little, and we had this big foamy couch in our playroom. That's my dad's Mickey room now. And he picked her up one day, and he thought, let's see what happens if he bounced her like they'd bounce the wrestlers in the ring. You know what happened? She broke her arm. She didn't bounce like they do in the ring, so that trick didn't work out so well in my house. So do not try this at home. We send all warnings out.
My WWF story. My first marriage, Susan, you got a gift. My first marriage, WWF, her boyfriend, her sister, was dating a guy who was the referee in the Meadowlands for the WWF. All the big names, Pusky, The Rock, all of them. He would be the ringmaster. You know, he would be the referee in the ring. And that's how I got to meet wrestlers, because he would introduce me, you know. So one day he missed a mark. You know, that whole thing is designed. And he missed it.
People don't realize that, though, which is why my sister broke her arm.
But let me tell you something. He missed the mark, and I don't want to tell you who the superstar was. Superstar punched him in the nose. Really punched him in the nose for doing that, because it messed up the whole set. And then, you know, that was the end of it. I didn't want to get involved with that anymore. But it was a whole lot of fun, and they are fantastic athletes.
I think this is a different WWF. He's thinking the fighting, not Worldwide Fun for Nature.
Who's WWF? What are you talking about? The World Wrestling Federation.
Oh.
WWF.
World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
Thank you. You heard that, I guess.
But I think it's the WWE now.
And I also want you to know that tomorrow we have a flyer for this also. Blue Angels Flight Path. Did you see this? The Blue Angels in Miami, there is a flight path on May 8th, a 25-minute flyover to salute to all the frontline COVID-19 responders.
For the first responders. I think they did that in Washington, and they're coming down here to do it now.
Hashtag America Strong, so that is...
Is it the Blue Angels and also the ones from the Marines? I think the two of them are doing a show together, or is it just the Blue Angels?
It says the Blue Angels from 1
Okay.
o'clock to 1:25. So we've got that flyer also. We're going to post that, which is really interesting, right?
Do you remember in Fort Lauderdale where they used to do, and there it is, where they used to do the Blue Angels used to do the show over the water, and then there was an accident and they stopped it for 4 years? Well, when they came back, I had just started doing streaming when they came back, and I lost the contract to go on the roof and stream it live. The Blue Angels. I would have caught the accident if I had streamed it. I lost the contract.
There's a reason for that.
Well, I don't want to say nothing, but they never filmed it.
There's probably a reason that you
There's
lost
a lot
that
of reason.
contract.
There's a lot of, no,
There
I
are
didn't
no
get the.
coincidences because maybe it wasn't supposed to be filmed for a reason. Maybe there
Well,
was
it
a
wasn't.
greater
It
plan.
was filmed and they lost it because of the accident.
Things happen.
Things happen.
Things happen. This segment brought to you by Dignity Memorial. Tonight, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is the Dignity Memorial presentation on pre-planning. We have this lovely banner. It's a nice new option you have with these banners for our sponsors. It gives them constant branding, which I love. We're able to do that. We've got Gubba Rum, we've got Dignity Memorial. I think Promo Stuff for You is coming out with one. A lot of options to help brand your business. So those people who say businesses are all dying, they are not. They say people have no money. People do have money. I can't tell you they have as much as before, but they're restructuring on where the money is going. Maybe not going out for dinner as much because you're only taking in, so that's changing. If you're able to maybe postpone some things that the Farrow Law Firm spoke about, your mortgages, car payments, and maybe transfer some of those funds and taking some of the money that you would have paid towards that to growing your business. I mean, it is circular. There's only, you always say you can't get blood from a rock. But if there's a little bit there and people are reinvesting in their business, also reinvest in yourself, reinvest in your family. Log into the Dignity Memorial webinar tonight, but please pre-register to get your pizza. They're sending pizza to your home, complimentary from Dignity Memorial. It's just about, you don't have to book anything now. Just get some ideas for pre-planning.
The more noise you make, if you could take $1 and spread it among millions, that's a good ROI. It doesn't mean what you're getting back. You gotta understand the nature of the beast. Right now, everybody's panic-stricken. Look at crazy Uncle Mike. Shows up here on his motorcycle, brings his lunch, and he was talking to people on the way here, on the way back. So he sold 700 takeout orders.
He sold out. We've got three new shows that started because of this. Because the NFL show that was not supposed to start until August
Started earlier.
we moved it up earlier. They are still working on their sponsors. So for those of you that say, I cannot start a show because I don't have sponsors, please reach out to us. Let us see how we can help you because their sponsors were not lined up to start until football season in August. But because the opportunity was there and people are looking for something positive, they're looking for fun, they're looking for sports, they moved their show up and everyone's right in the thick of figuring it out. Benny's running sporting complexes in Sunrise. He's running the parks. Everyone's doing things, but they saw the need and they have moved up and pivoted and focused, and their show started early. Marnie Goldman show started early. We've got Life Reinvented started. 3 new shows in the middle of a pandemic. So for those who think that businesses aren't growing, Promo Stuff for You, the single blow and go, you will never, I am sorry, live that one down.
Why? The single blow and go? I think that is a great concept. I want my box
I'm
of
sure
tissues.
you do. You want your single blow and go.
Even Slick wants one. Slick's single blow and go. There's nothing wrong with that. You blow your nose, you throw it away.
It's a great concept.
You see, we chew, my dear.
Yes, we chew. I chew to you too. I can't wait to get Teddy's shirt. I'm really excited. No mask, no shoes, no service. Teddy Raphael, the Brooklyn Cafe show. Gotta love it.
Now, did you see that we got the Gubba dance? Jared?
Yes, Jared did the Gubba dance.
Jared did the go. If you, what time is the guest coming on?
I don't know. As soon as they let me know our guest is on.
Okay, Teddy, if you got Jared's Gubba dance, let's put it up there so the whole world can see this thing. This guy was brave enough to do it. He put it up there. He actually will win a bottle of the Gubba rum.
One of the producers that we've never met. We're going to see
We haven't
Jared.
met him yet.
Ted Hutchinson is joining us with Roots and Wings, so he is on also.
Okay. And if she gets it up, she does. If she doesn't,
If
we'll
not,
go to
bring
Ted.
10 on over.
Yeah, either or.
But
it's just expanding. Now Gubba just came out with a mix. So you're gonna have Gubba and a mix.
Slick's going to go pick that up.
Yeah, and it comes and there's 10, and it comes in a bag. It comes in a bag, all mixed together, very nicey nice.
Very nicey nice. I'm excited that we've got that. A lot of new opportunities. And I'm really excited because so much of this change, we've been focused so much on businesses and repositioning and mortgages and money. But you know what? Our kids have totally had to change their learning. Our teachers, and it happens to be Teacher Appreciation Week. And do you know what? People are still honoring Teacher Appreciation Week, even though our teachers are not in schools. My daughter, they offered a free dinner, one of the Italian restaurants down in North Miami. All she has to do is go down and pick it up for
Very
dinner
nice.
for 4 for free.
Very nice.
Tomorrow is the teacher's parade because she is in a neighborhood school area that they've now put together a parade of the teachers all in their cars. And the kids are going to come out of their homes, stand in their driveway, and the teachers can wave in teacher appreciation. And here we have Ted Hutchinson from Roots and Wings, and we're going to find a way to honor these teachers, kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse. We're going to find a way to bring that forward also. So I want to say good morning. Good afternoon, Ted.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
Struggling along, but working hard at trying to make a difference.
And you always do. It's Teachers Appreciation Week. What's happening with Roots and Wings? Are you still able to honor some of the teachers?
Well, it's strange that you would say that. We're going to be able to do a special little drive-by today and surprise one of Orchard View's teachers with their Roots and Wings Above and Beyond band.
Oh, that's incredible.
They don't know we're coming, but we know we're coming.
What time?
Around 3 o'clock. We're going to try to do it on Facebook Live. So.
All right. Well, if you film it and send that to us, we'll put that up.
We will. We're going to be excited because, you know, the most frustrating thing for us is we normally do a lot of stuff, Teacher Appreciation Week. We work hard, you know, every year, all year long to honor teachers. By the end of this year, we would have honored 1,000 teachers over the course of our time. And now we're about 10 schools short, so of finishing up this spring's awards. So we're going to end up doing them, for the most part, right at the beginning of the school year when the teachers all get back, because we're not going to not honor the teachers that need to be honored, you know? So
they have to find
it's
new
just
ways
a very
to teach.
frustrating time for us.
It's frustrating, but you've also found new community projects to work with, like the Community Classroom Project. We also have Blake joining us today.
I hope she joins us. She's going to tell you more than I can. He's going to tell you more than I can.
How you doing, Blake?
He's the chef.
How's everybody?
It's all together.
This is Chef Blake, Freddie.
How are you, Chef?
I'm well. Thank you.
And Allie, we are thinking of you. We love you. And all we can say is our prayers and our thoughts are with you to please, please, please recover soon. This is really wiping her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been, you know, she got COVID, we believe, and she got better. And I talked to her the other day, and she was saying I'm pretty much recovered. And then all of a sudden, yesterday or early morning today, she said, nope, I'm back at it again. So it's one of those things.
It's crazy. And Blake, you're at the new community center, community classroom.
Actually, you know, our community center is it's the hub, and that's being put together during this time. But we've pivoted the schoolhouse into the community classroom kitchen. So what we're doing.
Freddie hasn't been to the new facility since it's been finished. I went to the opening. It is, if there's a word beyond spectacular, this would be it. Right? You did
Definitely.
most of the food for that event, didn't you, Blake?
Yeah, well, yeah, we did. I mean, it was the bulk of the catering that we provided there, as well as we brought some local businesses in to help. Some great chefs, Michael Salmon from Flybird, Michael Hackman from Aioli did some stuff there as well. So it was very, very cool. Yeah, that's a really big project for us that we're going to be blowing up very, very soon in the community. The community classroom kitchen is a part of it, and what basically what that's doing now is providing meals to all these displaced families that are in need, students that can't have lunch, and you know, we partner up every week with a partner of ours, a nonprofit charity, and this week it's with Roots and Wings. We're going to make some teachers and students and families shine rooted this week.
How is this project working? How do we share the information and let people know that they can help?
So our website, you can order on our website. It's findspaceofmind.com/CCK.
And you have boxes, I saw. Now, you know I don't cook, Freddie.
That's the rumor. I heard you don't
You
cook.
know, I don't cook. However, the kids' box was appealing to me. The apple dumpling box I thought was something I probably couldn't ruin too much because it was dessert. But then they have a chopped box. What is it, a chopped challenge?
A chop challenge. Yeah. And that's you bring the competition into your kitchen. So it's free, basically just like you see on television. It's free ingredients that we pick on a whim, and you guys, the family puts it together. They create a dish, take a picture, a video if they'd like. They post it on our Facebook page, Community Classroom Kitchen, and we choose a winner. So last week was coconut milk, eggs, and corn.
Huh, maybe
Wow.
corn. So corn chowder, what do people make with it?
I don't know.
Coconut, eggs, and corn. I could make like a corn chowder, and I don't cook.
Well, I saw the perfect banner on Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lady was having breakfast of champions. You know, she was having eggs and stuff, and the ingredients were flour and sugar and caramel, and she had a piece of chocolate cake is what she was eating.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yes.
Breakfast of champions.
Breakfast of champions.
Sounds like my breakfast.
That's your breakfast right there.
So how are you partnering with them, Ted, with Roots and Wings?
Well, the idea is that we've sent a notice out to all the principals, and people can purchase these boxes, and for every box that's purchased, we get an extra box that we give away. The idea is that we're giving the other boxes to teachers because it's Teacher Appreciation Week. So we'll know at the end of this week, I believe, how many boxes have been purchased, and that will allow us, or Community Classroom Project will allow them to know how many boxes are going to be given away to teachers. Now, we service 18 schools with our Project Update and with our Above and Beyond Awards. So what I'd like to do, and I'm going to send the money in on my little credit card in a little while, we'd like to sponsor one teacher at every one of those 18 schools. So we're going to send in 18 boxes worth of money, and we're going to designate that one person out of each one of those schools should get a box.
Wow. And you have your choice of boxes. Blake, what boxes are there available?
So the menu changes every week. It involves about 3 family dinner boxes, some kids' lunch boxes, as you saw the chop competition, a baking box, and some local vendors as well, like Swank Farm Vegetables, Old School Bakery bread bag. But this week, obviously, seeing how we're highlighting these amazing human beings, teachers, we are our theme ingredient is apples. So we have a Moroccan apple beef stew. We have a apple pasta with toasted walnuts and goat cheese.
Jesus.
You want one? You want a box?
Yeah.
We have one of our kids' boxes is a apple cheddar quesadilla. We're doing the apple dumplings, as you mentioned earlier, for our dessert box. So it's and the apple quinoa salad. And you know, it can be for the experienced cook. You know, you're the at-home chef that has a big flair for cooking as well, or somebody that only knows how to turn on water, to be honest with you.
Tell me how that works. If you go to the website, you order a box, then what?
Mm-hmm. So basically you go to our website, www.findspaceofmind.com/CCK, or you can find us on Facebook and go through the link there. You go to the order form, and it has the meals that you can choose, as many as you'd like, along with the option for pickup or delivery. And this week we have a little space in there if you'd like to donate it to a specific teacher in school. We're going to bring it to them personally, as well as, like I said, the other local vendors, vegetable box from Swank, the baker's box from Old School Bakery. And we have till this Sunday at 10 a.m.
And when does it get delivered, or when is pickup?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pickup and delivery is Wednesday, the next coming Wednesday, between 1 and 4 at Wine Room Kitchen and Bar in
Everyone
downtown.
knows where the wine room is on Atlantic Avenue.
You know, it's been so long since we've been up to Delray.
I know. I don't even know where it is anymore.
Right? I know, they used to be
It's
a
been a
rainy
while.
day.
They've been really great enough to let us use the stage and We wanted to partner up with a restaurant to help them out as well in this time, to bring some traffic in there. So they're offering everybody that comes in 20% off all their wine, cheese, and charcuterie, which is phenomenal. You know, it's a candy store for adults.
And let me ask you, you're giving back to the kids, you're helping feed the community, those kids that need food. How is that part of the program working?
It's working. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, like Ted was saying earlier, you know, so when a box is purchased or meals are purchased, we duplicate that meal and we give it out into the community. Every week we partner with different charities, and it's been well received. I mean, this all started organically, and it just keeps on steamrolling into bigger and bigger. We're up to for about 200 families since the start of the program, and I mean that's close to 1,000 meals made possible by the locals.
So Ted, you guys are partnering, so every box that is purchased through the Community Classroom Project Space of Mind, Roots and Wing this week is matching it?
No, what we're going to do is we're going to purchase 9 meals, which is that we're going to gift our meals, each one of our meals, to 9 schools, and the other 9 meals are going to be free, and they're going to the other 9 schools. So every one of our schools will have one teacher who is going to be the recipient of one of these boxes.
That's great. You know, and the thing about the meals, you know, I believe it ranges from about $22 to $24 a meal, but it serves 2 people or 3 people. So for about $24, you're feeding up to 5 people right now, which is a good thing, especially in these times.
$22 to feed 5 people. Think about that. It's better than the fast food places that people are going. You know, it's healthy, it's quality, it's from local produce, it's from the bakery right in Delray. You're getting great products, great quality. You're supporting the schools, you're supporting community, you're giving back. I mean, it's a win-win all the way around.
$22, 5 people.
Allie's doing a great.
That's why I was asking how to get it, because we can get food next Wednesday. We can even go up and pick up a couple boxes. We don't have a kitchen, but you can cook some at home, and I can turn on my camera and pretend I'm cooking it at home. Hey, if that should be a whole segment. If I can do it, anyone can do it. That's what it's going to be called. If Dawn can do it, you can do it.
We're going to let you.
You can do a stream on our Facebook page if you'd like.
I think that would be a great idea.
I think so too. You're going to cook.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I wanted to hear more of what's going on in the community, Ted, with the teachers, the awards. Blake, maybe you'll fill us in on more of Space of Mind and how they are working with the kids in the community.
Would love to. Yeah.
All right, stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
The benefits of CBD are well known, but not all CBD is equal. At your CBD store, our award-winning products are made from organic industrial hemp. Your CBD store products are third-party tested for purity, and we offer a wide variety of products to meet your needs and preferences. From water solubles, topical creams and oil drops, to pet products. Visit your CBD store and let our knowledgeable staff guide you. Your CBD store.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
There is nothing business about getting defrauded. It is always personal. Did you know that there are special laws that allow victims of personal and business crime the ability to prosecute and collect money damages in court? These laws can triple the amount of damages you may be entitled to. Farrow Law Firm is a boutique firm that prosecutes business crimes in civil courts. At Farrow Law Firm, we support people to stand up to the bullies using unorthodox methods of legal practice, which focuses on urgency and the relentless obsession for justice. If you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give us a call today for a free confidential consultation. Farrow Law Firm, 954-252-9818. Again, if you have been the victim of a business, personal crime, or fraud, give Farrow Law Firm a call at 954-252-9818.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP, the number 2.tv, or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Okay.
And we are back at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Wow, what a day. I love our community. I have to tell you, Freddie, we have moved. We have been here, there, everywhere. Delray, we've met some incredible friends along the way. I always go back to the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin. You know how he collects things as he's leaving? We collect people. We don't collect things. And things come with us, right? We're certainly not on a shortage of things in art, but the people that we have met along the way. I've known Allie since my daughter, I think she was Chelsea's bat mitzvah tutor. Chelsea's now 28, so 15 years I've known Allie. And spectacular woman. What she has created with Space of Mind, with this school for children, homeschool, and now they're doing schooling online. And yesterday she said to me, her team is in full force, they are supportive. She has been working, maybe that's why she's not getting better, she's working so hard, getting these kids educated without missing a beat. And the Community Classroom Project, the hub, what this offers to the community of Delray for those that can't afford food, and what Ted's doing with the teachers. We live in such an amazing community. You know, I did 19 push-ups last weekend.
I did 18.
This is easy. I can actually, I'm not sure what's easier, the 19 push-ups or making a box of food. I think that might be my weekend
Making
challenge.
a box of food. I gotta tell you, I did 19 push-ups, but it wasn't videotaped. I hear that if it's not videotaped, it doesn't count.
We're gonna try it again right here. But let's bring Blake over and Ted from Roots and Wings and the Community Classroom Project, Space of Mind, and see what's happening. And there they are. So I know, Ted, you have a surprise. We're not going to say where you're going, but is this the first teacher you've been able to honor since this whole thing happened?
Yes, it is. And wow. I asked, I'm on a Zoom meeting every other week with all the principals of the elementary schools and with the person at the school district. And the biggest issues that we've been facing really are the inability of the internet for kids to even get on. So even though they have a Chromebook, if they can't get on because of their community's ability to get on the internet, their ability doesn't really help because they can't gain the knowledge necessary. And we've talked about this ability, and if they don't have it by the beginning of next year, the slide will be 70. They will only have 70% of the knowledge that they started when they were in school and going. So will have lost 30% of it, and that's going to be an incredible trial and tribulation to catch that up, which is what our Project Uplift attempts to do. And we're just we don't know how many more students we'll need because if there's that much need, we're going to be probably, instead of at 30 kids a grade, we'll be at 40 kids a grade. It just means extra money. And here
I
we
was
are
reading
trying
today that they're thinking that next year some of this might stay in place. That maybe there's going to be an option of kids staying home because they're not going to feel comfortable. You think about people that are immunocompromised, they shouldn't go back to school. They're not sure how they're going to put shifts in school. The education's going to change. Are there any talks about getting the internet to these kids between now and then? Because you can give them all the tablets in the world, but if they can't access it, then we're not meeting their needs, and that's a whole nother level.
Yeah, the conversation with the principals last time was getting a real idea of where the pockets problems were, but it's still a problem. We talked about remote stations that could move into areas, but it's probably the real problem more than anything else is, as you can imagine, Comcast and all these people, when they're now working from home, put extra demands on the system to start with. So now you have less bandwidth for all the people that really don't afford it or can't afford what that is. So it's just the same old stuff. The richer people get the better service, and the poorer people struggle and go down. I mean,
wouldn't it be interesting, though, if you could get a van? You know how they have the shower vans that come around for the homeless? If they could get a van, Freddie, of technology, of internet technology, that even if they can go to the park and put a hub, right, so the kids can go to a park, sit on picnic tables, and maybe get it that way, and they know that certain days, I don't know, there's got to be a way to get these kids educated if the schools don't. There has to be a way to get these kids.
Yeah, how do you get the kids there? I mean, you have all kinds of problems. Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing that I saw in the beginning was, how do you get the food to the kids? I mean, they decided that they were putting them all in Village, and all the food would be at Village, and so you have massive amounts of cars going through. I thought it would have been a better idea to put the food on buses, keep all the bus drivers employed, put a teacher on the bus, and let the bus driver do his regular routes, and the kids would go to their regular stop and pick up their food. I thought that was would have been a better.
I gotta tell you, these are things that did you ever think of all these details?
No, but apparently every day there's a new challenge.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Blake, how is the school working with the kids?
When this whole thing happened and we had to pivot into a virtual learning, and at the end of it, we were pretty prepared for the most part, just because we do a online learning as in the schoolhouse. Obviously, it's homeschooling in a social aspect, and a lot of our programming and learning is done via technological apparatuses. But we found our issues as well when we went into Zoom for the last 9 weeks, where keeping kids' attention, trying to is the attendance when it comes to curriculum and follow through, and more so not with the students, but even with the parents. Now they're getting emails about this and that, and trying to figure out their students' classes. So it's definitely new challenges arise, kind of game, and we tackle them fairly confidently and really well. I think that's just because of just the staff that we have. Coaches are probably some of the most professional, inspirational, and amazing people that I've worked with in my career. Granted, it's more of a hospitality and restaurant side, but it's all relative. You know, taking care of people is taking care of people. You know, when we brought in the community classroom kitchen, the most important thing was to, you know, feed kids and families, but also keep the mission of what we do on a education level, on a community level, on a stress-free environment. And rather than provide just hot meals, we wanted to make this cooking experience to bring your family together, bring your kids into the kitchen classroom, provide that family togetherness, you know, lower the stress environment, and just create good times around the stove and around the kitchen table. And with our kids' lunch boxes that you were mentioning earlier, that actually comes with educational cards. You know, like culinary, math through culinary, vocabulary through culinary, humanities. You know, we have pasta through the century. Just very cool stuff, you know. I mean, how honey's made, what's the ingredients of mayonnaise. And if you go on, like I said, if you go on to our Facebook page, you can see some really cool testimonials from young students, young kids that are just like head over heels. That, you know, I'm having fun learning and cooking at the same time.
And Space of Mind is taking new enrollment, correct?
Absolutely. We brought a few students on board already, and with this program, you know, that Ali has been putting together, this is, you know, we're going to have a schoolhouse in your house in many places as possible. We're going to try to put it in some virtual campuses all over the county, as well as a few other cities and states. We do have I believe, a family looking into doing something in Canada as well. So she's crossing international borders as well. But you know, the most important thing about our program when it comes to Space of Mind is it doesn't pigeonhole a student. It doesn't give you one way of learning. You know, it's project based, and it brings out an individual's learning capabilities through their own through their own acknowledgement. They figure out how to learn them with themselves, and the ability to the coaches to help.
So many options.
Well, it's really cool because I'm listening to what you guys are talking about, and one of the things that I think that the programs do is it allows children to say that tomorrow, though they're going through a change today, tomorrow isn't that scary. You got new and exciting programs going out there. You got the teachers being recognized even during this thing. And what they're going to be doing, what they're doing right now is they're planting seeds so that when this comes back, because you know it's going to come back. It's not going to be the same, but it's going to come back. Children have a different perception. We've learned from 2020 Vision how our millennials have a different perception. And they want to work. Yeah. They want to get back. They want to make a difference. Kids are going to want to go to school and learn more and learn these procedures because now it's different. It's no longer just going to school and going to school. I mean, that school in itself is just off the wall. But the bottom line here is the programs, the teachers, the acknowledgments. I think that this is a great seed to let people know, listen, things are coming, it's changing for the better. Here are differences, this is the way it works. I think it's a phenomenal idea.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Again, how can we get the boxes? How do we help support the community as well as get some food for ourselves?
findspaceofmind.com/CCK.
And between now and Sunday,
And buy.
delivery is Wednesday, and buy it.
And
exactly.
buy, yes.
And buy.
Yes, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week, so the cutoff is Sunday 10 a.m. Wednesday will be the pickup at the wine room between 1 and 4. Our next week starts on Monday, and then we roll out with another nonprofit. But this week is the important one to get out and show the people that mold the future minds of tomorrow that we all care.
Fantastic. And Ted, how can we watch the award today?
Well, I think we're going to be on. I'm not the most technological guy. You remember I said, well, how do I get on here and what do I do there? I talk much better to you guys than I do trying to figure out how to be on the internet. But we're going to try to do Facebook Live. And the most important thing is, even if no one else sees it, the teacher knows that we care.
Absolutely. You'll fill us in on that. We'll share that out as soon as we get a copy of the film.
I think even if we have to, we can get a copy of it one way or the other. We'll put it out.
Fantastic. You guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
you are
you.
spectacular. Space of
As
Mind,
always.
incredible school, Roots and Wings, an amazing foundation, an organization to help our teachers, our community. And as always, there's nothing more important than supporting our kids.
That's right. Amen to that.
Thank you, gentlemen, so much.
Thank you.
Stay safe, stay in touch. Allie, please feel better.
Good stuff. It's a lot of movement going on in that whole, it's incredible. And it makes you wish that this thing didn't happen at all. I would have loved to see this thing up close and personal, but.
But the interesting thing about it is parents are going to realize their children are visual learners, kinesthetic learners. They're going to say, you know what? Maybe there's scholarship monies available. Maybe there's a way to reach out when we're all reaching out with Time Home to say, you know what, my kids really can benefit from Space of Mind and look for some scholarship, look for some grant money in the community. Maybe there's organizations that will help your kid be a learner through Space of Mind, because what they offer, they don't pigeonhole your kid into, there's math at this time, there's English this time, and it's not necessarily for those that are special needs, because in my book, all children have special needs. It's what needs you have to help you learn the best.
I don't think it's special needs at all.
But think, you have special needs. We all have needs, right? We're all different types of learners.
I told you when I went to visit there that there were no walls.
Yes, I know you loved it.
That I wish I had that when I was growing up. Because I wish my son Gio had this.
Oh my gosh, when he comes down to do some things, we have to take him over to the new hub.
He's gonna freak.
You have to see this hub. They've got a radio room. They've got, I don't know what it's called, on the walls in the radio room. They've got a music room. The floors are polished with concrete, and there's equipment and music, and it is amazing. The kitchen is as big as this whole studio, I think.
But their structure is, they want you to be creative. They want you to be yourself. They don't want you to think that you have to do things their way. They give you the gamut. And all kidding aside, I see my grandchildren, and Joey and Rowan, the two of them, they're different from their fathers.
They're as their fathers are.
Completely different. But this is an educational system that allows you to be you. It's not that stringent in the box thinking. This is way out of the box. I wish I had gone.
I know.
Because I think it would have made me more of a rounded individual.
Well-rounded?
More rounded. Any more rounded and I'm going to be exploding.
Oh my gosh, what a great show. What a great lineup we had today.
I was
and more
shocked.
to come.
Yes.
We got more coming down. 5 o'clock tonight, you have Ask the Experts.
Steve has Asked the Experts, and at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
5 to 6.
6 to 7.
6 to 7.
Who's on first?
Why did you say 5 to 6?
Because he used to be 5.
6 to 7. And then at 7 we have a new show coming out at 7, so I'm probably going to put a rerun. I'll probably put Jordana, or I'll put you and your doctor in that spot. Got to check it out. And then 7:30.
7:30, we've got the Benny Blades Show, 2-minute warning, and that is with the OG, Aronde Gadsden of the Miami Dolphins, and Darryl Porter. So they're going to be live interviewed by Benny Blades tonight at 7:30 on the 2-minute warning social media page and on WWNN. And stay tuned, check out Roots and Wings today at 3:30 because you're going to get to see Ted.
What was the
present to a teacher.
Facebook page? It's Roots and Wings?
Roots and Wings, and then there's Space of Mind, and then there's the 2-minute warning, and...
No, but I mean, Roots and Wings, is that their Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay. I may go in.
And we didn't even get a chance to talk to Ted, but he again has been nominated as one of the top 100 men in the community for what he's been doing with Roots and Wings.
That's more than once.
I know.
He has like a whole wall of. He doesn't even faze him because he does it from the heart. Doesn't do it for accolades.
Isn't that what it's about? It's doing it from the heart. And
That's
Teacher
true.
Appreciation Week. And I really saw it today. I don't know if. Well, let me ask you a question. They're posing. If you had children that are school age now, would you send them back to school in August?
That's a tough question.
I know.
But let me ask you, what are my choices? Regular school or that school?
That's what we don't know. Regular school as it was.
Regular school, I'd probably say no. This other school that we just had on the air,
Yeah.
Space of Mind, is that
Because
what it's
they've
called?
got 10,000 square feet and 70 kids. You talk about a 6-foot distance. Easy.
Children, unfortunately, do not know how to separate.
Right.
That's not going to happen. I don't know. That's a good question. I guess you had to ask me in August.
And that's kind of the question. Would you send them back? Kids that have underlying health issues, kids that shouldn't go to school sick
Asthma.
anyway, asthma, colds, physical special needs, cystic fibrosis, special needs schools. Are they going to wear masks? Are they going to keep them on? How do you have them wash their hands? How do you have these elementary schools not hug their teachers?
Well,
Go
Joey,
to
little
playground.
Joey is in daycare. He has been from the beginning. Gio has him there. I don't know if he's there after this week, but he's been there. And I asked Gio, how do they handle the situation? And they boiled the place. And then they cleaned it during the day and everything else. I took my car in to Mercedes. And what is that spray? I wanted to ask.
I know, I'm wondering, I'd like to get some in here, as a matter of fact.
Well, I have somebody to call. They just text in. But there's a spray. I wonder what's in that.
We gotta
They
find
put it
out.
in my car, but it was sprayed and the guy had a mask. I'm like, wow. I'm going to put Dylan. I want to dress up Dylan.
And we had the vacuum cleaner lady on today. We had Kimberly on from VAC MD with the HEPA mask, the HEPA filter mask. I already have my makeup all over it, so I guess that one's mine. So
You know, not for nothing. You're supposed to, you said that makeup didn't come off.
apparently it does.
It's funny, when you put your mask on and you take it off, your face is on the inside.
You know what? We should totally take a picture because it
That is
absolutely is.
hilarious.
Because my other
Has
mask,
the eyes and everything?
it doesn't have the eyes. It just has like from your nose down.
Yeah, but when you put your mask on, I saw it covered all your eyes. You had to make 2 holes to see out of it.
It's a little smudgy is all I can say, but it's been a busy day. 3 hours of content and a lot of content.
There's a company that called me. They want to buy 100 masks with the lights.
I have to tell you though, I think it's a great idea for Halloween.
What is it with you and Halloween? We're in the middle of Halloween right now. Every day is Halloween.
I have to tell you, that's a great idea for Halloween. People who are exercising, bike riding, so you can be seen at night, you blinking mask. And I have
First
to
of
say-
all, I never said that. First, the mask is going to be black. Do not wear a black mask riding a
Blinking
bike at
lights.
night. I didn't say blinking lights.
You
It's
did.
just LED. Okay, maybe. You got to take everything to that other level. Blinking lights. I can imagine the guy gets blinded and he crashes into a tree and I'm done.
But you know, there's a lot of changes. It's Teacher Appreciation Week. Support your community. And I always say, those children, I think the hardest thing is feeding our kids if we don't have the money to feed them. And there are incredible organizations. Feeding South Florida, Feed America, the Community Classroom Project. If you can, donate some money, buy an extra box of food, do the 19 challenge push-up that I did, or just donate money. You got to get food, and no one is asking any questions. They're just saying, if you need, come and get. And you know what? You can't be more giving than that.
I got to ask you a question. I think we should do a show on the proper way of wearing a mask.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you, should you put the mask around your chin?
It's just a placeholder.
So what are you covering, your chin?
Nothing. He figures there's no one around him, so he's clear to move the mask off
Okay,
his
and do
face.
you put the mask so it doesn't cover your nose?
No, it's supposed to cover your nose. It's really supposed to cover your nose.
I mean, I'm
upper
just
respiratory.
observing some of the activity.
But I have to say, everyone that has come in here today
Yeah.
has had a mask.
Yes, they have a mask. They just have to learn how to properly use it. When you touch the mask, should you touch the mask or the straps?
The straps.
So why is everybody touching their mask?
You know what? It's a lot of learning curve, is all I can tell you.
Should you wash your hands when you wear a mask?
Absolutely.
How many times should you wash your mask?
Wash a mask. My mask needs to get washed, and I've only had it on for about an hour.
Yeah, because you have makeup on. Now, is that mask washable?
Yes. She actually said that mask can go in the washing machine with your clothes.
I wouldn't do
lay
that
out to
either.
dry. She said she tested it. I'm going to try it out.
Well,
But you know what happens? If it doesn't work, I'm going to go get another one.
And if you don't have a mask, go down to the vacuum lady
Vac MD.
and get one. I can't believe that there are still people out there, they don't have a mask.
But that's why we're here. And if you're a small business, and Kim texted me from VacMD thanking us for supporting local business and spotlighting local business, let us know how we can help share your local business and what's out there. Because I've lived in this community for over 20 years. She's been there for 10. I never knew she was there. And it's right next to Field of Flowers. I used to go there every week and get flowers. It's right next to Bagel Works. I know you all go and get your breakfast
Oh, I know
there.
where Bagel Works is.
Right next door.
Really?
It says Orek because the sign, that's another thing. Her sign was $6,000, so she said
Who
she
can
didn't
afford
replace
that?
the sign, but she can give back to the community.
How do you spell her sign? O-R-E-O?
ORECK.
So why don't you put the C-A-K, back?
We tried that. Remember we tried that? And it still didn't happen because the city needs their money to approve it.
Well, we got to get her another sign.
We got to
person.
figure that all out, but she is there. You can check her out on Facebook, VAC, V-A-C-M-D, Farrow Law Firm, Jay Farrow, Janine Davis. Give them a call. They will help you with crisis management, with negotiating, with making some phone calls, with getting the best information for you. Give them a call, 954-252-9818. You can also find them online at farrowlawfirm.com.
And if you want us to help you make your business know or grow, give us a holler, 866-224-5422, or just write to us. People are writing in now, and they want to hear more about the different programs. We have the turnkey program. If you need video equipment, if you need sound equipment, you want to do a podcast, people that own a business, if you want to get it for your employees, we have those packages. Turnkey means we go in, hand in glove and mask, we set you up, and you're ready to go to work in any platform available.
You know what I'm really interested to see, though? What communication companies come forward and pivot their business to get technology to these kids? That is going to be a home run.
That is going to be interesting
I'm going to call your
conversation.
son.
It's an interesting conversation because, number one, a platform is always based on security, and the more security on a platform, the more expense, and somebody's going to have to want to endure the expense, and it's going to be difficult. It's going to be a tough haul.
But think about it. These kids, these pockets in our communities of these kids that don't have access to internet, they cannot do homeschooling. So what they're trying to do now is they're printing out packets for these kids, and they're delivering, the teachers are delivering it to these kids' homes in the neighborhood at their doors so the kids can learn,
Okay,
and then they go back and pick it up.
I'm going to tell you how easy it is. There's a company in Boca that does what we do, streaming. They put on shows that are streamed. You see how we take things and put it on YouTube and all that? They do the same thing, except they got 1,000 people that does a minute or 5 minutes or an hour per show. There is no way in the world you can't stream live. I'm talking about live on TV. I've done it. I have done it in 3 states, from Florida to Boston to New York
But how
City.
are the kids getting TV?
The kids don't have a television?
Well, that's my other question I didn't ask Ted. And I don't know who has what, but if you have cable, don't you have internet? Or not necessarily?
Not necessarily.
You can have one or
But
the
that's
other.
not the point. The point is you open up an internet channel for free. AT&T, Hotwire, Comcast, they all have the ability to do it. And you let the kids go to school. It's like turning on Channel 12 or Channel 19 or Channel 17, PBS. PBS can do it tomorrow. Question is, you got to set up the equipment to do this. Unless they're going to come into studio, you got to set it up there. Can it be done? Right now, Class 101, I could put a teacher up here, I could send this on the internet, but I could put this on television. You got Roku? You got Amazon? Call Channel 12 and ask them if they will allow us to put it on TV. You can stream this on TV.
There you have it.
It can be done.
So you know
The
it.
question is, will it be done?
That's our next challenge, my friend. Challenge? Boop. accepted.
It can be done,
Let's see
and
how we
it's
can get
free
these
to
kids
everybody.
An education if they don't have the means. Check out Space of Mind. Check out Roots and Wings. All of these resources you can rewind, not hashtag rewind, just rewind the show. For any questions or comments, please always give us a call at 866-224-5422. You can send us a message on Facebook, social media. People have been calling me to be guests on the show. There's another doctor that wants to come on the show.
Come on down.
Share the information. We are here to support you in the community virtually with our platform. So have a great day, everyone. Be kind to each other, and we will see you later tonight.
And as always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show.